Hello everyone, welcome to practice. My name is Ann Casapini and I truly welcome you from my heart. It's always so wonderful to support each other in practice. Let's get started today with a little centering. So sit comfortably, however you want to sit. It can be on a chair, it can be on a block as I'm doing, on a blanket, however you like to sit to begin. And draw your attention inward now into the part of your body, whatever parts of your body are touching the floor or a prop or a chair. Allow those parts to settle. And from that grounding, lengthen up in your spine. You can even lift the fronts of your shoulders up and back to feel your shoulder blades move in toward the spine, kind of like loving hands on your back. Keeping that, lift your sternum, lift the back of your skull so your neck is long. You can even close your eyes now, or 3/4 closed. Gaze at a point on the floor. Please take a full breath in, through the nostrils if you can, and a long breath out, through the nostrils as best you can. And as you sit and breathe and draw your attention inward, I invite you to think about something that you are grateful for today. And that may not be so easy, but for me, for example, I'm feeling really grateful that you're all here with me, that we have Zoom, a technology that allows us to connect. I'm grateful for the roof over my head, for food on my table. So see if you can find some little thing, and maybe it's a person in your life, maybe it's a beloved pet, something, some person, or even a remembered experience that you are so grateful that when you think about it, makes you smile. Bring that into your mind, your heart. Sometimes just practicing gratitude actively can bring up your mood a little bit. Wonderful. Now please open your eyes and let's come right away to standing. You can move your props to the side and come toward the middle of your mat in mountain pose. So feet are 4 to 6 inches apart, feet are pointing forward. With hands on hips, bend your knees, get rooted through your feet. Turn your palms out, inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the arms. Good, and again, inhale, strong feet, strong legs, lift up, look up. Exhale and release. Once more, inhale, 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 open those fingers. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good, now roll the shoulders up and back and down. And then the other way. Good, and now one at a time. Try to do like a figure 8. Yeah, and then the other way, reverse that. Great. And standing tall, once again, firm the feet, firm the legs, lengthen the back of your throat, your neck. And I'd like you to take your right ear to your right shoulder and let the opposite arm hang down. Breathe into the space between your ear and your shoulder. Good, just sense that. And inhale, come up. Please go to the other side. Lower your chin a little bit. Let the opposite arm hang down. You can shake it out a little bit. And really use your breath to open up this stretch here. Breathe in. Breathe out. These trapezius muscles get tight. And we're on the computer a lot, so I want you to open it up. Inhale, lift the head. Now, standing tall, turn your head to one side and just find a gaze point for your eyes. So just explore the range of motion in your neck. Please come back. Go to the other side. Pick a gaze point to look at as far to that side as you can. And come back, and just once more each side. And come back very gently now, very gently. And come back. Now, right ear to right shoulder, do a half circle to the front chest only. To the front chest only again. 2 more times. Notice any sensation in the neck. Notice any sounds your neck might be making and come back up. Great. Now bend the knees. Hold on. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch your spine, shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Keep going. Inhale, arch. Stay there now. Hug your elbows in toward your ribs. Squeeze the shoulder blades in toward spine. You're wide across the top chest. Wait for the exhale. When the exhale comes, round. Really scoop out the belly. Stay there in that shape, but keep breathing. Your chin is toward your chest. Your tailbone pulls down and forward. On the next inhalation, arch. Look forward. Exhale, round. Try to keep your knees parallel. I'll show from the side. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, arch. Stay here. Hands on hips. Press into your feet. Lift the arms one more time. And exhale. Good. Just want to open up the shoulders a little bit. So take your right arm forward. I'll go at this angle so you can see better. Take your other arm underneath. You're going to sit the top elbow in the crook of the bottom elbow. Press your palms. Circle around. If that's hard, just press the backs of your hands. Or you can even do forearms touching. Or even here, that's the easiest one. Hands on shoulders. Either way, whatever variation you're doing, please explore some circles. And as we go into each different posture, they're called asanas in Sanskrit. See what you can find. Look for the good. This is a yogic practice, which is actually really wonderful. Look for the good first. Look for something that actually feels good. So often we notice what hurts first, or what is challenging or negative first. I want you to practice looking for the good. Center the elbows, lift your sternum up against the weight of your arms. Breathe here. Then swing the arms out a couple times, and together, out, and together, out, and together. Now the left arm on top, right arm underneath. Press your palms. Do some circles. And just again, if that variation is too hard, that's the hardest one. Then you can do back of hands to each other, or forearms, press, or holding onto the shoulders. So pick your variation, whatever is appropriate today for you and the size of your arms. If you have big, strong muscles, then it's going to be harder to do because physically your arms, your biceps and triceps are taking up more space. So be gentle with yourself. Circle around, notice. Center the elbows. Let the weight of your elbows get heavy on your chest, and against that weight, lift your sternum. Also retract your upper arm bones back and just feel that. Good, and release. Again, swing it out, swing it together, out and together, out and together. And just one more thing. Take one arm across your chest. The other arm is going to come up above the elbow and pull it in. So the straight arm, the action I want you to do is to retract back into its own shoulder socket. The other elbow and forearm, come and hook it and press toward your chest. This is nice to stretch the back of the upper arm. You feel that? Breathe. Yes. Good. And release. Other side. From your fingertips, retract back into your shoulder socket. Bend the other elbow to pull that arm in toward your chest. Breathe here. And again, notice. Notice, what feels good? Well, all right, and release. Now, please take your chair and have the seat facing you. And if you're not using a chair, I'm going to show the block variation. All right, so we'll just do a few Sun Salutations modified, including some standing poses, some different poses. So come to the front of your mat. Face the seat of your chair. Make sure the 4 feet of your chair are safely on your mat. Feet are parallel, 4 to 6 inches apart. Hands in front of the heart. So Sun Salutations are called Surya Namaskar in Sanskrit. And it's a great way to build heat in the body and kind of coordinate a little bit more into flow. So please inhale here, and as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, lift the arms up. You might even do a little back bend if that feels good today. Exhale, dive forward. Either hold your chair or your blocks. You can move the feet back a little bit if you need more room, or the floor. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, keeping your hands on whatever your chosen surface is. Exhale and fold. Same thing again. Inhale, bend your knees, stretch your spine, look forward. Your heart reaches forward, your tailbone reaches back. And then release into a forward fold. Release the neck, release the head, release the shoulders. Once again, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. This time, with hands on your chosen surface, take the right leg back in a lunge. Lift your back leg up, bend the front knee more. Stretch your thigh bones in opposite direction of each other. Look forward. Breathe. Good. Try to pull your back heel in a little bit more. It might mean scooting your toes on the back foot a little further back. Just stay on your mat though. And breathe. Now, in one or more steps, hop forward. That back foot hops forward. Then you switch. Right leg is forward. Right knee is vertical over ankle. So try to get that alignment going. Right knee, vertical over ankle. Again, your hands could be on the chair. That's the easiest way to support yourself in this pose. If you want to go a little more challenged tonight, go on the blocks. For max challenge, your hands will be on the floor. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your back thigh. Exhale, bend the front knee. There's also more choices. You can always lower your blocks a little bit to different heights, so you can explore what feels good for you today. Inhale, lift your back thigh, lift your hips. Exhale, bend the front knee, stretch your thigh bones in opposite direction of each other. Just feel what that feels like. Good. Now hop forward in one or more steps. Hang over. This is Uttanasana, standing forward fold. You can bend your knees here if your hamstrings are very tight, but I do want your hands to be weight bearing, either chair or blocks or floor. Shake out the shoulders. Now, bend your knees, look forward. Lift your torso, hands on hips, press into your feet. Come up to standing, lift the arms. Big reach, this is the pose also. This is Urdhva Hastasana. And then release. Hands in front of the heart. Great. Excellent. Now we'll add some more things. Root through your feet. Hands in front of the heart. Inhale as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, fly the arms up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, dive forward, hands on chair or blocks or floor. Release the neck and head. You can move your feet back if you need to. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Stretch your spine. Exhale and fold. Once more, inhale, look forward. Now, if you're using your blocks, I want you to turn them this way. Kind of the middle height. And we're going to step back into a down dog. If you're using your chair, your hands are right here on the front corners of your chair. Step one leg back, step the other leg back. This is a modified down dog. The max version of this pose is hands on floor, palms on floor. Everybody stay in your down dog position and play with it a little bit. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Those that want to go all the way to the floor, take your hands nice and wide. Index fingers are parallel to the long edge of the mat. Fingers are spread wide. Everyone, bend your knees, raise your hips high, get some concavity in the lower lumbar spine, and then stretch your legs. You can go one at a time. Bend one knee, lean into the straight leg hip, bend the other. Keep alternating. Good, good. Now you can come forward into plank pose. So if you want to go back to your blocks, you can, or if you're using your hands on chair, that's great. Or hands on floor, that was the hardest version, so you can just stay on the floor. Lift your thighs, lift your hips, lift your navel. Stretch out through your heels, stretch out through the top crown of your head. Everybody try to round your back a little bit. Yeah, lift your navel. And then go back, hips back, thighs back. You can adjust your feet a little closer to your hands. Take downward facing dog. Nod your head yes, nod your head no. Walk forward. Bend your knees. Lift your head, lift your torso. Hands on hips. Squeeze your elbows together. Press into your feet. Slowly come up. Lift the arms. Breathing in. And breathing out. That's very good. All right. Now we're going to add some more variations. All right, so coming to the front of your mat, you can have tall blocks. Hands in front of the heart. Your feet are in what's called Tadasana pose, mountain pose. So they're just pointing forward and nice and rooted. Inhale as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, fly the arms up, little back bend if you can. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, take the right leg back. So again, your hands can be on the chair or on the block. So let's stay on the blocks this time, or floor. If you've been practicing a long time and you want to just go nice and deep into this pose, we'll stay on the floor. Breathe here. And what I'd like to do now is to introduce a twist to you. So for those of you on the chair, the right forearm comes across the seat of the chair, you lengthen in your spine, twist open to the left. Keep the hand on the hip for now. Then the next harder version is you make your hands light, you lift shoulders over hips. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently twist to the left. Let's just all try that for now. If you're on the chair, that's the right forearm on the seat of the chair, lengthening your spine. Top shoulder comes up to your ear and back. Yeah. And then lift the top arm up. That's an option. If it's hard for you, keep the hand on the hip. Gently breathe. Hold on to your surface, chair or blocks or floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Lift upper chest. Lift armpits, lift navel. Come into plank pose. Thighs lift, hips lift, navel lifts, back of head lifts. Down dog once again. You're in the upside down V shape. Take your right foot forward in a lunge. So let's do the chair version first. For those of you that are on the chair, it's the left forearm. Across seat of chair, right thumb, top of thigh, right thigh. Lengthen in your spine. You can just stay there for now. Or with the torso, your hands get light. Your hands go onto your hips. Left arm reaches up. It's a nice balance challenge. And can you feel the heat that's being created in your body? Yes, this is Agni, fire. So you're lengthening in the spine in the inhale. As you exhale, you twist to the right, toward that front knee. Gently breathe. It helps to scissor the inseams of your legs a little bit toward each other. Little adduction there. Good. Those of you that are on the chair, just want to get back to you now. Lengthen in the spine. Top shoulder is going to lift up toward ear and roll back. Maybe the top arm's going to lift. Chin away from chest. Bend the front knee any amount more you can. And breathe. And again, look for the good. I know this is challenging. Look, can you find something that feels good? All right, hold on to your surface. Chair or blocks or floor. Step back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift your upper chest. Lift your navel. Hips back. Thighs back. So good. Walk forward to the front of your mat or to the chair. Bend your knees, open the arms out to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands in front of the heart. Bravo. All right. Now I'd like you to take your blanket and put it at the back third of your mat. A little bit closer toward the middle of your mat, but still the back third. And I want to do Anjaneya with you. So face the front of your mat, you can hold onto your chair or your blocks. And what I'd like you to do is from here, from this little crouch, the knees are bent. Take the right leg back and put the right knee on the floor. All right, so again, you can hold here, or tall blocks, or lower blocks, you pick. Tuck the back toes under. Don't let the heel of the back foot flop out to the right. Hug it in so your foot is vertical. Inhale, rock your hips back. Exhale, rock the hips forward. The front foot, I just want to show you, stays rooted. So keep pressing ball of big toe down and inner heel as you do this. Inhale, rock your hips back. Exhale, rock your hips forward and look forward. You might notice a nice stretch right here in the psoas. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, hips come forward and descend. Now, as you stay for a moment, as the hips descend, I want you to resist this back thigh a little bit back. So, yeah, move that toward the back of your back leg. And then, keeping that action going, bend your hips down and forward a little more. Yeah, breathe into that. So good. Yes. You can stay here and just breathe into that. If it gets too intense, pull your hips back a little bit. Make your hands light. Maybe you'll put your hands on your hips and squeeze your elbows together. Lift your chest. Look forward. Another option is to lift one arm or both arms. This is Anjaneya Asana. I love this pose. It feels very celebratory. So think of something good. Bring that back into your mind, your heart. Perhaps it'll make the corners of your lips turn up. Yes. Good, good, good. And hold on to your chair or your blocks or the floor. Now, one more thing while we've got this position of the legs. I want you to scoot your front foot forward underneath the seat of your chair or just to the front of your mat until the leg is about straight. Then lift your toes up off the floor. This is a runner stretch, a hamstring stretch. You can move your blocks further back. You could still be holding onto the chair. What I want you to do is flex the foot, flare the toes, put a little bend in the knee to protect the knee. And now isometrically drag that heel back toward your own left hip. Can you feel that? So even though you're going to straighten the leg to the degree that you can, in order to stretch safely, I want you to engage. So drag the heel of that foot back isometrically. Means it's not going to really move, but it's as if you were going to pull it back. You're just, yeah, without movement. Yeah, can you feel that? Engage the hamstring and then bow forward a little bit or a lot of it to increase your stretch. Breathe here. If it's too intense, put a bigger bend in the knee. And to release it, now really bring that foot back. And what you can do is you can kind of scoot it out to the left and then take it back so you can stand on your both knees for a moment. And the easy way to get this right foot forward and the right knee forward is do a half circle. Take it out to the side, draw a half circle on the floor, and then use your hand to bring it up. Just like that. All right. Hands are on chair, or blocks, or floor. Scoot your back knee back so it is a little bit behind your hips. Back toes tucked under. Inhale, rock your hips back. Exhale, rock the hips forward. So don't rush it. I want you to really feel it. Sense inwardly. Where do you feel this? It is really a psoas stretch. That's that very interesting muscle that starts at the lower back, wraps down, and then to the front of the body. So it's very interesting muscle. Hips rock back. Exhale, rock forward. Resist your back thigh back behind you. Once more. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock forward. Now stay there. Your hips are descending. You can stay here and breathe. Holding onto your chair or your blocks or the floor. Lift your chest. For more challenge, hands on hips, squeeze your elbows together, lift your chest, look up and breathe. Hug your back ankle in toward an imaginary line drawn down the center of your body between your legs. Good. Maybe lift one arm. Maybe lift the other arm. It helps to lift up out of the waistline and press your navel toward your spine, tailbone down to protect the lower back. And again, see if you can just look for what feels good in this moment. If it's too hard, you can lower the arms down to hips or chair. Explore. Stretch everything. Really good. Excellent. From here, you can move your block. You can scoot that leg out to the right again to bring it back onto the knees. So I'd like us to come into a table pose, which is on hands and knees. So you could push your chair away carefully. Keep your knees on the blanket. Now let's do a little strengthening for the arms and shoulders. So walk your knees back or walk your hands forward, whatever is easier for you. So I want your knees behind your hips. Bring your hands wide, the width of the mat, and the index fingers parallel to the long edges of the mat. Please claw the floor like you had suction cups under each of your backs of your fingernail pads. That much. Very active hands. Okay, good. Breathe here. As you exhale, round your spine. As you inhale, release your spine and look forward. Make the crease lines of your wrists straight across, parallel to the front of your mat. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Good. Come to a more neutral spine now, so somewhere in between those two extremes. Lift your navel. Now let's try between 1 and 3 mini push-ups. So you're gonna bend your elbows, your chest and chin go down and forward, and then press arms straight. Now if 1 was enough, just rest. Try again. Elbows hug in toward the ribs, chest and chin go down and forward, just going down a little bit. Take a breath. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. Walk back your hands. Come onto your knees and just roll your wrists out. Now that's a lot of work on the wrists. But if you even do 1 for a week, and then 2 for the next week, and then 3, I want you to build up to about 8. Just a little push-up, really make nice, strong arms. All right, now we're going to do a balance challenge on all fours. Also something good for the abs. So come onto all fours once again. Firm your hands, firm your arms. Extend your right leg back. Now, before you lift that leg up in the air, please round your back. So you're pressing your navel up toward your spine. Keep that action, engage the core. Lift the right leg up. So this is position A, you can stay here. If you want more challenge, lift the left arm up. So it's left arm is opposite arm and leg. Right leg is behind you, left leg is out. And then if you want even more challenge, bend the left elbow, bend the right knee, hug into yourself. Elbow to knee, and then stretch out. Elbow to knee, stretch out, and then release. Come back with the hands, stand on your knees, and again, roll your wrist out. Did you hear my wrist crack? Okay, that happens sometimes. Let's just do the other side. So come onto all fours. Open those fingers. Remember, even spaces between your fingers, okay? Firm your hands, firm your arms. Left leg is out behind you, toes on the floor. Round your back. Navel towards spine. Keep that action, lift that left leg. Right arm, okay, you can stay here. That's choice A. Harder is to lift the opposite arm. The right arm is reaching. You stay there. Breathing, rounding your back. For max challenge, bend those limbs. Elbow to knee. Hug in. Stretch it back out again. Elbow to knee. Stretch it back out again. Good. Hand back to floor. Knee back to floor. Now open your knees wide. And we're going to go into child's pose, hips back, a little bit. Maybe you'll come onto your forearms. Or maybe if you have the flexibility in the knees, take your hips a little bit further back. Don't go to pain. Stop when you need to stop. Really listen into your body. Eventually, perhaps the hips will come all the way to your heels. Now, if your head's way up in the air, just grab a block and let your forehead rest in a supported position. So this you feel is a nice stretch for the back body here. Good. Gently breathe in and gently breathe out. Good. The next thing we're going to do is I'd like you to come to lie on your belly. So just kind of crawl forward. And we can even use the blanket under the hips, under the front of the hips, since it's there. It actually makes things a little bit easier, but you don't have to use the blanket. So I suggest removing your glasses. If you're wearing glasses, let's do locust pose. We're going to do a few mini back bends to strengthen the muscles along your spine. Paraspinal muscles, super important. Okay, good. Forehead to floor. Arms alongside body. Let's do palms down today. Palms down. Stretch one leg long, put it back down. Stretch the other leg long, put it back down. Okay, good. Press the tops of your feet actively into the floor so you feel that connection, more foundation. Keeping that, lift your navel, tailbone down. Keep those actions going the whole time. Now inhale, lift your head, lift your shoulders up toward your ears, lift your upper chest. See how that feels today. It can be very challenging. Gaze down the bridge of your nose and lower down. Now, if it doesn't feel good with the blanket there, you can try it without the blanket. Let's try it. Either way. Toes press. Lift your navel, tailbone down toward the floor. Inhale. Lift your head. Shrug your shoulders toward your ears. Stay wide across your top chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades in toward each other. The scapula. Good. And release. You can make a forearm pillow. Turn your head to one side, wiggle your hips out. Breathe. Good, good. Yeah. See, now if you were practicing by yourself at home, it'd be very easy to skip these poses, right? The little back bends. So that's why it's nice. We practice together. We do a little bit more. I'd like you now to do arms in cactus, which means right angles. Your elbows are out in line with your shoulders, and you bend at the elbows. Wrists are in line with elbows. Palms flat on the floor. Forehead to floor to start. Again, toes press. Tailbone presses down. Imagine someone was standing on your tailbone, so it just stays so rooted. That's to protect your lower back. From here, inhale, lift your head, lift your arms a little bit off the floor. Yeah, lift the fronts of your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, press the tops of your toes down, lift your navel more, breathe here, and then rest. Now, forearm pillow and turn your head to the other side. Wiggle your hips out. All right, now we're going to do one more variation, but if you're tired at this point, just skip it. I don't want you to force anything, all right? The variation is, I'll just speak it to you before we do it. You'll come, well, actually, you could watch me if you're in a position to watch me, or you could just listen. You'll inhale, the arms lift just like they did, but then you tilt the forearms. The elbows go down, the forearms tilt upward toward the ceiling, but no, don't flex the wrist. Don't pull your fingers back and flex the wrist. The back of your wrists are flat. So I will talk you through that once again. Take a breath. Toes press, tailbone presses. Inhale, lift your head. Lift your arms as you did a moment ago, if you're choosing to do this variation. And then keeping that, now just lower your elbows toward the floor, tilt the forearms up. This uses different muscles in your back, so it's quite challenging. Breathe. When you need to let it go, please let it go. And rest. Full breath in. Long breath out. So in contrast, the rest can feel really good. And we're looking for what feels good, right? All right, good. Now, something for you. Well, first, let's just come onto all fours. Bring yourself up to sitting. You can grab your glasses if you have glasses. Now, I want you to swing your legs around now into Dandasana. So here you go. Legs are straight in front of you. Feet flexed, toes are flared. Hands behind you. Please press into your hands, press into the back of the legs, lift your chest. Now don't let that front of the shoulders go down like this. Let them be up and back, okay? Couple breaths here. This is a pose, Dandasana. Good. From here, let's go into seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Again, 3 variations. So the first one, the easiest version is you bend the right leg, you lean on your right hand, you lengthen in your spine, and you twist toward the right, toward the bent leg. So try that, everyone, and then I'll tell you 2 more variations. Right leg is bent, lengthen in your spine, twist to the right, you're leaning on your right hand. That feels pretty good. One more challenge. Cross the right foot over the left leg. Root through that whole sole of that foot into the floor. Press. And as you press that foot into the ground, your spine gets nice and long. And again, you're twisting to the right. You can also bend your elbow. Take it to the outside of that leg. Open your hand into the hello position. And gently create a little more leverage. Again, not forceful. Really listen into the body, listen into your breath. Good. Yet one more, still harder variation for those that want to. And if you're tired at this point, just inhale, come out of the pose. Lean to your straight leg side. Fold the bottom leg as well. So you're pulling the left foot to the outside of the right hip. But then the challenge is you got to get both sit bones sitting on the floor, both hips. So sometimes you have to kind of reach in and roll your inner left thigh down and widen the left hip out to the side to kind of just coax that right hip to go down. Lengthening your spine. Continue. Every inhalation, stretch your spine. Every exhalation, you're twisting. Or just staying in the twist. Drop the right hip down. And if you can't get the hip down, if that just feels not appropriate for today, go back one variation. Just keep that bottom leg straight. Yeah. So you might feel a nice stretch on the outside of the right hip. Let's switch now. Inhale to come out of the pose. Straighten your right leg, bend the left. So now everyone lean on your left hand. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, gently twist. Full breath in. Long breath out. You can stay there or cross the left foot over the right. Straight leg foot is flexed. Toes point right up to the ceiling. Inhale, breathe all around your spine. Exhale, gently twist. Again, look for the good. Notice how this ringing action can feel good. It can feel like letting go of tension. If you want to try the ultimate version, the full version of the pose, lean toward the straight leg side, bend the right foot, bring it to the outside of your left hip. And then what you do is you try to sit that left hip down. Now for me, because I have an injury on the right side, that was too much on this side. So I will straighten the leg and go back one version. So explore for you what's appropriate. Inhale, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, gently twist to the left. Another breath here, lengthen. Exhale. Really nice. Inhale and come back. All right, now let's do a Janu Shirshasana. So I'll show you with a strap, actually. Let's do right leg straight, and bend the left knee. I just want to also say, I'm going to grab the blanket to show you, if it's hard sitting on the floor, you can assist. You can have a blanket folded like this. And you sit your hips on the front edge of the blanket. So it'll tilt your pelvis more forward. We want that. You're sitting just to the front edge of the blanket. Right leg straight, left leg bent. The heel of the left foot comes onto the inner thigh. Maybe I better turn and face y'all so you can see the shape of my legs. Okay? Yeah, that's better. So the heel of the bent leg pulls all the way up to the inner thigh, but if that feels too much, modify. Sole of foot by calf or sole of foot by ankle. You can always support that with a block under your thigh. Okay, strap around the straight leg foot, lengthen your spine, rock to the fronts of your sit bones, the bony bones in the back. Bow. Lead with your sternum. Bend your elbows out to the side, shoulder blades on your back. So it's a hamstring stretch, yeah? You'll stretch out your lower back as well. Breathe here. Eventually, you might not need the strap. You might just hold on to your foot. Try to keep lengthening on your spine as you inhale and exhale. Release, release, release. Try to lift the right side of your torso a little more and descend the left side of your torso a little more. Good, and slowly come up. Okay, good. Let's switch. Yeah, practicing at home, we always get to hear Rocky. My Rocky, barking. Left leg is straight, other leg is bent. Again, you can pull that heel all the way up, but then if your knee is way high up, then you need to modify. So then the sole of the foot is by your calf or by your ankle, and you could support that thigh bone with a block. Arms are fully straight. Pull on the strap. Can you feel how that draws the top of your sacrum into the body? That triangular bone at the base of your spine, that's what we want. We want it to draw in. Gently bow. Root the straight leg. So really make that quad very active. And gently bow. Spread wide your toes. Shoulder blades on your back. And again, as you're holding the pose for a few breaths, as you're settling into the pose, today, see if you can find something that feels good. Breathe in and breathe out. Even if it's just the anticipation of dinner. Or the anticipation of getting out of the pose and laying on your back for Shavasana. Gently breathe in and breathe out. Don't go to pain. Anytime you need to release the pose, gently release. Good, and release. So that's a thing to remember. In yoga, we cannot force an opening. We cannot force a stretch. Every pose is an invitation for the body to get stronger, get more flexible, more grounded, more balanced. And over time, I promise you, all is coming. All right, great. Now I want you to lay on your back. This is going to feel good right about now. We're going to do something else for the abs, and then we'll finish with the Supta Padangusthasana belt series, which is wonderful for the hamstrings. All right, so please come to lie down on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. They can be close to your hips. First, just enjoy the floor. So it's easy to find something that feels good here. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so here's what we're going to do if you choose to accept this mission. Press the navel toward the floor, okay? Keep that action going. Lift your arms off the floor, palms are going to face each other. You'll inhale here. As you exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Start to lift your upper body You're rounding forward. You're reaching your hands to the sides of your thighs. Reach your fingers toward the other end of your mat. Navel pressing down and then come back and release. And if that felt like enough and you want to rest, just rest. Otherwise, try one or two more. Inhale here, lift your arms a little bit. As you exhale, tuck chin into chest, curl forward. You're actively pressing navel down to the floor and then curl back. Again, you can stop or try one more. Don't overdo. Breathe in. Use your breath as you exhale, tuck chin into chest, engage the lower abs, reach forward and release. Excellent. Now, you'll need your strap for this belt series, okay? So, put the strap around the right foot, extend that leg up in the air, arms are straight. Your leg can be in a 90-degree angle if you have a lot of flexibility in relationship to your torso. But if that's too much, lower the leg toward the floor. Okay. The action of each leg, now this left leg can be bent. It's easier for your lower back. Or for more challenge, straighten it out on the floor. Feet are flexed, toes are flared. The fronts of your legs press toward the back of the legs. Front of bottom leg presses down. Strap and arms pull a little bit toward your face, but the leg presses away from your face. Keep both hips level. Don't hike up the right hip. You might peek. Are your left toes pointing straight up? Good. That's what I want them to do. Gently breathe. Shoulders back, chest puffed. Breathe. You're engaging the front of your leg to release the back of the leg. One more breath here. Breathe through the nostrils, breathe out through the nostrils best you can. Now, both straps in the right hand only. Open the leg a little bit to the right. Good. Keep both hips on the floor, so only open as far as you don't tip over. I'm using my left hand to anchor my left hip. Now, gravity's pulling that leg down. I want you to resist that. So adduct the leg. You're scissoring the inseam of that right leg up toward the ceiling. Can you feel how much stronger that is? Yeah. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Stretch your legs, stretch them long. Good. Now come back, cross over your midline with that leg. Take your left hand to hold on to both straps. And you're crossing over this imaginary midline drawn down the body, just about 4 to 6 inches. Now here you might feel iliotibial band. Stretch. Flex your feet, flare the toes. Good. Self-assist here. Make a C shape with your right hand. Put your thumb at the top of your right thigh and anchor it away from your face. So the top right edge of your right thigh is externally rotating. Good. Breathe here. This can really be delicious. I don't know if you'd choose that word today, but for me it's delicious. Today, come back, bend the knee, take it toward your right armpit. Now, one hand on each strap. This is happy baby pose. Sole of foot towards ceiling, knee toward armpit. Pull down with the arms, but press up with the leg energy. So it's a dual action. Good. And release. And let that leg go to the floor. And I'd like you to just take a moment to notice how the hip feels. You can roll the leg open, roll it closed. How does it feel on that side of your body? Sometimes people feel like in just a few minutes of practice that the whole right side is a lot longer than the left. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's even you out. Let's go to the other side. Put the strap around the ball of the foot. You're going to lift the leg up. Arms are straight. Remember, this bottom leg can be bent. Like if you need a little more support, you can keep it bent the whole time. If you want a little more challenge, straighten the leg. All right. One hand on each strap. Remember, the fronts of your legs press to the backs of your legs. And the leg does not have to be as high up as I have it. It can be lower. So you feel an appropriate stretch. I don't want you to freak out the hamstrings, to freak out the body. I want it to be a gentle invitation. You gotta have, you gotta have fun with this, because if you don't, if you do work too hard, then you won't want to practice again. So I want you to find that, we talked about this last week, finding the balance between effort and ease in every pose. Good, yes. Spread wide the toes, engage the quad, press the front of the leg to the back of the leg. Shoulders back, chest puffed. Yeah, really good. Really good. And over time, just to show you, eventually you can just do yoga toe hold and just stretch the leg like this. That's if we practice together for a nice long time. Okay? Now, both straps in the left hand. Open the leg to the left, only as far as you don't tip over. Root the right hip with the right hand. Flex your feet. Flare the toes. Scissor the left leg up, away from the pull of gravity. Can you feel that? It's like scissoring that leg upward toward the sky. It tones everything. Everything gets activated. Can you feel that? Gently breathe. So I never want you to hold your breath. I want the breath, the wave of the breath, to be ongoing. Yeah, good, good. And then come back. Cross over your midline. Both straps now switch into the right hand. Left hand, make like a C shape. And we'll do the self-assist here. Your thumb is going to go, your left thumb, at the top of your left thigh. Press it away from your face. IT band stretch. Iliotibial band stretch. You probably are going to feel this on the outside of that top leg. Gently breathe. Good, then come back, half happy baby, knee toward armpit, one hand on each strap. Bend the knee goes toward left armpit, sole of foot towards ceiling, like as if that foot were standing on the ceiling. Pull down with the arms, press up with the legs, dual action. Don't forget about your straight leg foot, see what it's doing. Flex it, flare the toes. Good, and release. Oh yeah, morning. Compare your hips now. Compare your legs. You can roll, open and closed, open and closed. And just see what that feels like. Really good. So that's a beautiful series to end class, or end your day right before bed, or even start your day when you want to get moving in the morning and you're feeling like a little stiff. That whole series with the belt, I do recommend it. It's really good. Let's just do a final thing. Now, bend your knees, one hand on each knee. Move your strap to the side so it's not in your way. Now, inhale, press your knees away from your chest to make room for your breath. Exhale, hug the knees in, like to squeeze out any old, stale air. Inhale, press your thighs away from you, make space for the breath. Exhale, hug in, hug in, hug in, hug in, hug in, hug in, hug in. Try that a couple times at your own breath pace. Nice. Now we'll go right into meditation and shavasana combined. So I'd like you to lie on the floor, either with knees bent or legs straight. If your legs are straight, the feet are out or hip width apart, palms are a comfortable distance away from your hips and palms are up. Press a little weight into your feet. Lift your hips up and even use your hands actually to brush the buttock flush down, tailbone down. Make your lower back feel more comfortable. Let the head be heavy. Turn it to one side and then to the other side. Keep the back of your head nice and heavy. Keep going back and forth until you find a really comfortable point of balance for the back of your head. So please continue to stay on the floor. I'll sit up so that I can guide you through the meditation. Make yourself warm. If you need a blanket, you can put a blanket on. So today's meditation is one I like very much. It's one where we give thought to the body and gratitude to the body and what it was actually able to do today. So I'll just talk you through. Begin by bringing your awareness to your feet. And this will probably be about a 4-minute meditation. And we'll follow that with a few more minutes of deep rest. Just rest. Bring your awareness into your feet. I'll speak a few phrases. All you need to do is gently breathe in and breathe out. Just keep that breath awareness going. Aware of my feet, I breathe in. Smiling to my feet, I breathe out. Feet, smiling. Aware of my legs, I breathe in. Smiling to my legs, I breathe out. Legs, smiling. Aware of my hips, I breathe in. Smiling to my hips, I breathe out. Hips, smiling. Aware of my belly and all my internal organs, I breathe in. Smiling to my belly and all my internal organs, I breathe out. Belly, internal organs, smiling. Aware of my heart, my chest, arms and hands, I breathe in. Smiling to my heart, chest, arms, hands, I breathe out. Heart, chest, arms and hands, all smiling. Aware of my throat and my head, I breathe in. Smiling to my throat and head, I breathe out. Throat, head, smiling. Aware of my entire body, I breathe in. Smiling to my entire body, I breathe out. Entire body, smiling. Now you can let that meditation go, but continue to lie down very comfortably. And now enter formal rest, Shavasana, it's called in Sanskrit. Pose of repose. Allow your body to completely rest so you integrate all the benefits of today's practice. And as you rest, I invite you to remember at the beginning of class, if you had recalled something you were grateful for, a person, a place, an experience, a beloved animal, something that you are grateful for, that once again bring that into your heart, your mind, maybe even allow a hint of a smile to come to your lips. as you rest. Really rest. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Now gently deepen your breath. Move your fingers, your toes. Gently bend your knees. Roll to your side. And slowly press yourself back up to sitting. That chant, Shanti, means peace. It's a wish for peace, inner peace, outer world peace. I thank you so much for coming to practice tonight. Namaste.